This is a video for the students at Haileybury to revise their HTML and CSS for their exams. I am in a program called Brackets, and I am just going to create a brand new website in Brackets. The first thing I've done, you can do this in any web application. You can do it in the text editor, you can do it in any application that you normally write your HTML code in. Then you can do it in there. I'm just using Brackets because it's an easy one, and that's what I'm doing. First thing I did is create a brand new file, and I said File, Save As, and I'm going to call this first page, I'm just going to save it to the desktop of my computer. I'm just going to call it index.html. Index is normally the first page of a website. When you're creating a website, you normally call it index first. It's normally the home page. Okay, so when we're talking about web pages, the first thing we need to talk about is tags. And tags are two different, an opening and closing set of characters that represent the start of something and the end of something. So if this is a web page, we're using HTML, which is Hypertext Markup Language, and this language uses tags. And here's the first tag, which means the start, and then when you've got a backslash in it, that means that's the close of that tag. So we're going to start off with those two tags. Now, just while I'm doing this, the greater than and the less than sign, they are called chevrons. Okay, so the chevron opens the start of the tag and then closes that tag, and then the two tags have a top and a bottom, right, a start and a finish. Okay, so a website is set up, and you've heard the teachers all say this, similar to a human being. At the top there is a head. We put a few gaps in between the head, and then the rest of the website is the body. And we put some gaps in the body as well there. So, like a human being, it has a head and it has a body. Now, one of the key things to doing the website is that the head section is everything that thinks, and the body section is everything that you see, that you physically see. So on this very first website, if I put something in here like, this is the main page, if I put that there, and then I save my file, I'll just hit Command S, and then I'm going to actually preview this web page for you. When the page comes up, all you will see is this writing here. This is the main page. I just need to move this so you can see it on the screen. There you go. So this is the main page. That's what I've written up there. Okay, so that's the basic structure of a web page. It has HTML top and bottom. It has a head section, has a body section. Everything you write in the body section is going to come up on the screen. Everything you write in the head section is the program thinking, essentially, or the web page thinking. So up in this head section, we could put in a title. So we could go in here, title, close that. And in here, I'm going to call this my web page. Okay, so there's the title section in there. I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back to my web page here, and I'm going to hit refresh. Now, you don't see any title in here. Nothing has come in on the page that says title. But what you will see is the tag at the top. The tab at the top is now called My Web Page. So that's the title section that happens in the head. Now, if I wanted to put a heading in my actual page, I could put H1 in here, and then put this is the heading. Okay, so I've put this as the heading, and I can hit save. I go back to my page, and you'll see this is the heading. There it is. So that's an H1 heading. That's called H1. Now you can there are 6 different sizes of headings. So H1 is just one of them, and you can use it over and over again if you wanted to. But there are actually 6 different sizes. So I'm just going to do this. There's an H2, which is a little bit smaller, an H3, H4, H5, and H6. Now remember, we've opened these tags, so we have to close these tags correctly. So there's got to be a 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, 5 there, and a 6 there. So I'm typo, 5 there. So now if I save this and we go back and preview our page, you will see these are all the different size and types of headings. And this one that says this is the main page, that's just typing in the main section here. Now normally you probably wouldn't do that. Normally what you'd do is you'd put it inside a P, which is a paragraph. So this is going to be our typing inside our paragraph. There it is, and we can hit refresh. And it still looks exactly the same, except I know that this is now a paragraph and these are our headings. Now, at the moment, our page is pretty boring. Our page just looks like a white page, black writing, nothing special. So I want to add some style. I want to give it a bit of character, a bit of personality. So if we're using just HTML, so we're not going into CSS, we're using just HTML, in the head section, we could start a new tag, here, style, and you can see open and close, 2 tags. And in my style, I'm going to style this whole body section. I want to style the whole body section. So I'm going to look at that tag called body, and I want to do that in the style. So how we do that is we type body, and then we do 2 braces or curly brackets. You can call them either braces or curly brackets. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the background color, and I'm going to change it to red, for example. And then I put a semicolon. Now you'll notice the word color is spelt in the American spelling, all right? So that is the word color in the American spelling, and that will make my background color change. Now I also want to change the font color, so I'm going to say just the word color, and just that color I'm going to make that white, and that's going to be the fonts. The writing is actually going to be white. So let's save that and have a quick look, and you'll see straight away my heading's gone white and my background's gone red. So that little bit of style just in there has styled the body of the document. Now, I might want to do a few other things. I might want my text to line up in the middle of the screen. So I can do text align, and then I can do center, and then I put my semicolon, and that'll align all of my text in the center of the screen. If I hit Command S and save that, we'll go to here, and there you'll see my text is lined up in the middle. Now, there are a few other things that we could do with the style straight away. We could align things to the left, align things to the right. We could put padding at the top, padding at the bottom. We could have a box that's a square box, or we could put a border around our work. We can do lots of different things with the styling. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is just to show you a basic website. Now there's one more thing that we definitely would normally do on a website, and that would be to have a link somewhere else. So in a link we use the A tag, and the A tag actually stands for anchor. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write this is the link. Okay, right there in between those 2 A tags. But at the moment, it doesn't do anything. So if I hit save on that, go back to my website, hit refresh, it says this is the link, and you'll see the link doesn't do anything. Now I might want the link to do something. So inside that anchor tag, I type in href. Now href refers to a hyperlink reference, which means it's going to be a link to another website. And I might put www.google.com. Now, here's the thing. Inside the anchor, I'm telling it what it needs to do, but outside of the anchor, so in between the 2 tags, this is the actual thing that you'll see on the screen. So when you put something inside the chevrons of the tag, that's sort of the information about what it's going to do, and then in here, this is actually what you see on the screen. So I'll save that, hit refresh on my page, and all of a sudden you'll see it's changed. The color's changed, and when I run my mouse over it, the icon changes from a pointer to a hand that's about to click. And if I click it, it should take me to Google. Right now, I've got this on a private network, so you can't see on other websites, so it's not doing that. What you could do is, I could actually get there if I go http://www. So that should actually work now. So if I go back to here and I hit refresh, hit the link, it should take me to Google, which it did, right? So that is the basic of a website. There's no CSS there. I'm going to do CSS in the next video. This is the introduction to a website, the basic layout, and how you put it together.